Let's talk about the Screen Actors Guild Awards. I will be reacting to this on Sunday. Obviously, we're always talking about the madness, but this is the pre-madness, even though the madness starts here. So if you enjoy these awards videos, dropping that like, leaving that comment, and share this with your grandma. I'm sure she'll love it. Obviously, not as many categories to predict with SAG, but we're going to talk about them nonetheless and start with the one that has the least Oscar implications, even though it should have more, because I've always believed there should be a stunt category at the Oscars. I think it's vital at this point to start adding categories that matter, that we're consistently asking for. This is at the top of my list, but we can talk about it for SAG. And our movies nominated, just in case, because this is the category we don't talk about, right? Gladiator 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, Wicked, Dune Part 2, The Fall Guy. Oh, look! That's the order in which I have them. This is going to throw a lot of people off. You may be asking, Austin, with Dune Part 2 getting so many technical nominations at the Oscars this year, and for a long time I thought it was going to get a lot of technical wins, but it looks like Wicked's going to get a few of those. How could you have this number 2? Like, Dune has been the tech darling so far this award season, with Wicked right behind. So what about The Fall Guy makes it, puts it at the top of your predict? It's a movie about stunts. And even though a lot of people have Dune, let's go see how many people. So yeah, 59% have Dune Part 2 winning this. And I think Dune Part 2 should win this. So if Dune Part 2 wins, I'm going to be happy. I just don't know if that's where voters' minds are going to be. 1, people love Ryan Gosling. 2, David Leitch is the stunt guy, which is okay. And then he makes a movie all about stunt artists and stunt work and stunt this, stunt that. That's the whole movie. That was the whole marketing campaign. And for Dune to win it would make more sense if you watch the movie and how good it was. But for The Fall Guy to win it, it would make more sense if you watch everything about the movie and the marketing campaign. And I just feel like that's where voters' heads are going to be. So I'm going with the underdog here. I'm going with The Fall Guy in my number 1 spot. Dune Part 2 right behind it with Wicked, because that's the other Oscar tech darling this year, or tech, like, you know, production design, costume design, all of that. With Deadpool and Wolverine right there, you know, Critics' Choice Awards winner, Deadpool and Wolverine, give it its due. And then Gladiator 2. Thanks for playing. You're still here? All right, here's where things could get difficult. I still find it hilarious that Jonathan Bailey got nominated in this category. Not that he was bad, like he was awesome in Wicked, but just out of nowhere, nobody else expected this to happen. Like, where did he come from? This made us all question our existence. Like, oh my God, could Wicked win Best Picture? Oh, how we were so young and dumb a couple of weeks ago. Jonathan Bailey is 5th. Because it's not happening. Jeremy Strong is 4th, because now we're getting into the actual people who got Oscar nominations. Jeremy Strong, thanks for playing. You're not going to win an award this year, but I will say, I did watch The Apprentice. He's very good. Edward Norton is very good in A Complete Unknown. Thanks for playing. I have Yuri Borisov in my number 2 spot. Now, honestly, it doesn't matter, because this is the Kieran Culkin Award. He has won it. He will win it. He's going to keep winning it until somebody actually does it, and this is their last chance before the Oscar. It was never going to be anyone but that. I am curious to see where, so people have Edward Norton at number 2 with a 2% chance to win. Okay, so 2% chance, and Kieran Culkin, man, 95% shot. That is absolute domination. We can move on. Supporting actress. So we go over to, Zoe Saldana, still in the lead, according to the community on the awards expert app. Brother Bro, keep crushing. Ariana Grande, number 2, 44%. A lot of people choosing Grande. A lot of big-name people that I'm following, so that's very interesting. Monica Barbaro, Danielle Deadweiler, Jamie Lee Curtis, thanks for playing. Thanks for coming. It was nice while you were here. So it really is a 2-horse race, but in reality, it has been a 1-horse race. Now, I feel like he keeps saying this. If Grande's going to win, actually, I didn't say it about the BAFTAs. I said it Critics' Choice. If Grande's going to win, it's going to be here. I believe SAG is the best opportunity yet for Grande to win, other than Critics' Choice, which Saldana won. And because Saldana won that, and I was most confident in that, I got to keep her at the top. Until she finally loses, guys, and again, this is the last chance for that to happen. Until she finally loses, I can't go against Grande as much as I want to. Like, I thought Grande was awesome. She would be my vote. Her and probably Deadweiler. Deadweiler was amazing in that movie. But I have to go Zoe Saldana because even though it's very close on Awards Expert, 54-44, I don't think it's that close. And I don't think it has been that close. Now, we have to think about the Screen Actors Guild, the awards body that's actually voting. Again, Wicked getting more love here in the States. Okay, that could push things in Grande's favor. Wicked in general getting a lot of love here. Jonathan Bailey got the nom. Now, that's something to consider. Jonathan Bailey getting in. Clearly love Wicked. But again, Saldana has just won, and she's won, and she's won. And unfortunately, I don't think this race is going to get interesting. Now, if Grande wins, yeah, maybe. But it's still Saldana with a 60% chance to win if Grande wins. If she doesn't win, it's over.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Actor. Oh, boy. This is rough because I have Adrian Brody, okay? And I believe that he's sweeping. He has been sweeping. But I've just got to, this is the Screen Actors Guild. I've got to consider Chalamet's campaign and his campaigning abilities. This guy has been campaigning his ass off the entire award season. Hasn't gotten the love anywhere, even less than Ariana Grande. So no love whatsoever. Alas, I think there's a shot for him to win here. So do I want to switch this and go for the upset? What does awards experts say? They have Chalamet. Okay, that's surprising. So I'm actually not going for the upset if I choose Chalamet here. Oh, boy. See, that's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to go for the upset. I've already went for the upset in the Fall Guy, but my heart's telling me that this voting body, but then again, it's like if this voting body gives it to Chalamet, then that argument could be made for Ariana Grande. I just don't know because Saldana has been so, the love for her from the actors is what I've been seeing, and I don't know if Grande has made it to that point of acting because Wicked's really her only big role, other than Victorious, which, Victorious stands. Where are here? I loved it. Chalamet, though, Chalamet's got the cred. All right, he's got the credit for years and years and years, and this year alone, or last year, with Dune, and then Complete Unknown. I mean, he's got it with the actor, so it's reminiscent of Saldana. Obviously, she's been in the game longer, but Chalamet's just, is it time for him to get his due here because they know Brody's going to get his due at the Oscars? This doesn't change. So if Chalamet wins here, just like Saldana, this doesn't change who I believe is going to win. But again, both of these performers have a shot. I just have to give the edge to Chalamet over Grande winning hers because Chalamet's been in the game for a while. He's done the movies, he's done the Lady Birds, he's done the westerns, he's done the blockbusters, he's hosted SNL. I feel like something crazy's got to happen at this ceremony. Fall Guy's not that crazy. Something crazy's got to happen. And so I'm switching. And, awards expert, they can say that it's not crazy because he's the favorite. In my brain, Chalamet winning here is crazy. Not everything can be chalk. Sports reference. All right, all you non-sports fans. They can be as chalk as can be, but if I vote that way, then I'm going to feel bored with myself, and I can't keep doing that. So as much of a runaway Oscar winner as Adrian Brody is, I think I'm going Timothée Chalamet here. I think he's got to get his flowers somewhere. Oh, man, I can't believe I did that. Woo! Yeah, man, that's crazy. Okay, I had to come back in, redo this portion because, frankly, I am fed up with myself watching this while editing. I have changed my mind. Initially, I had Mikey Madison taking home this award, and I had a lot to say. You'll never hear it because it was just babbling incoherent nonsense. I'm much wiser now, 2 days later. And, frankly, I thought Nora winning casting, or in this case, best ensemble, would kind of push Mikey Madison to the forefront. And that could very well be the case. But at the same time, I think of some of these other ceremonies where I was convinced Madison was going to win. Demi Moore took it. Convinced Madison was going to take it when she came up just short. Probably. I can't go against Demi Moore here. And I get it. I've been all over the place in this predictions video. It feels like Adrian Brody should be my choice. I want to go with a wild card in Chalamet. And I would consider Mikey Madison still, even at this point, after doing very well as of late, the wild card. I don't know if I can go with 2 wild cards. I only need to pick one. And if I'm going to pick one, I know it would probably make the most sense to pick Madison since I have Honora winning. But on the off chance Honora wins, and really that could be their way to reward Honora's casting in general. And that's partially why I'm becoming more and more like, this could go in Wicket's direction because they could give Honora to Mikey Madison's win. Mikey Madison would beat out Demi Moore, and then they give Wicket the win. That kind of encompasses everything we love about that movie. But Honora is still on such a high, it's hard for me to go that direction. And Demi Moore is still really on such a high in numerous awards ceremonies. She has the narrative. That's probably the biggest reason why I'm changing back to Demi Moore, because the narrative for her is so strong. Madison is great in Honora. And she's won a couple of places that still put her in the running at the end of the day. But the narrative trumps all. We saw that with Brendan Fraser. We saw that with Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, because she didn't deserve to win that. She was really good in the movie, did not deserve to win it. And the narrative's not going to be the only thing that gets to me more the Oscar win, but with the Screen Actors Guild, I feel like they're going to be looking at that. For someone who's never gotten her flowers. Even with Brody, he's gotten his flowers before, which is why I think they could go in Chalamet's direction. This is one of the more difficult award shows to project, but I'm going against what I initially said, going away from Mikey Madison, and I'm changing my vote. Last time I changed my vote, I didn't get a chance to re-record it, so I'm doing it this time, because you deserve that for me. So Demi Moore, that's my victor. I've already spoiled who I think is going to win Best Ensemble, but here you go anyway. Ensemble. And first of all, let's see where awards. So awards expert, which would make sense though, right? Because it would make sense. Because Bailey, Grande, Cynthia Erivo, they have 3. Honora has 2. So it's only just one more, but it is one more. Also Conclave, Frank and Amelia Perez would make sense here. All of them would make sense here. That's why they're nominated, Austin, you dummy. So talking to myself out loud, that's what we do in these videos. We talk to ourselves. That's what I'm doing. Nobody else is in this room. It's just me and you. Look at me. Don't look away. Look at me.
Look at me.
Austin, why are you going Honora? Shouldn't it be Conclave because it just won the BAFTA? Shouldn't it be Wicked because Jonathan Bailey got in randomly and they like the cast, and this is Best Ensemble, a.k.a. Best Ensemble Cast? Well, those 2 arguments make a lot of sense. And to go look at the numbers once again, Wicked with a 50% chance, according to awards expert. Conclave with a 13% chance, and the other 2 not really in the running. Honora with a 34% chance. So I guess this is also crazy. I didn't think Honora would be that crazy, but I guess I'm in the minority here. I have to go Honora here. Honora has surprised me a couple of times here. WGA, which wasn't a huge surprise. DGA, for me, was the surprise. Sean Baker winning director. And then PGA was a big surprise. Critics' Choice, not so much. Knew it was going to happen. Didn't get any other awards, but it did get Best Film. But then it gets PGA and DGA, so it's like this movie has surprised me consistently all awards season, or at least over the last 3 weeks. And so why not surprise me? Because in my brain, I'm like, yeah, Wicked makes more sense because it got more acting noms. Jonathan Bailey got in there. Why would they put something with 2 over something in 3? That's not always how it works. I'm not telling you history here. I'm just telling you what's going through my brain. And Conclave, I think, has a more to be honest with you, a more well-rounded ensemble. It's bigger, it's refined, it's John Lithgow, it's Stanley Tucci, it's, oh my God, the star power in that movie. So actually, I think that should have above a 15% chance here. If Conclave wins here, coming off the BAFTA victory, I've got to start rethinking my Anora is the clear frontrunner for Best Picture thing. If Anora wins here, I've got to cement my Anora is the clear frontrunner for Best Picture thing. And if Wicked wins here, nothing changes. Nothing is cemented. Nothing is rethought. It's just like, oh, Wicked won. Good job. You know what I mean? It's not going to win. It's not going to win the Oscar for Best Picture. That could be a soundbite that comes back and bites me. I just feel like Oscar frontrunner coming off a high, didn't win the BAFTA, but still a high because it won casting at the BAFTAs too. Don't forget that. It won casting. There you go. Rationalizing as I am speaking, it won casting. Best Ensemble is not a reach. I did not think it would win casting there. My brain's telling me it may not win Best Ensemble here, but you know what? I've got to go with the momentum. The momentum is in Anora's direction. The momentum is not in Timothée Chalamet's direction, but nothing I'm saying today is making any sense. So that's... Are you having fun watching me internalize and rationalize my thoughts and the madness of award season? Because frankly, it's causing me to lose my mind. I can't speak words. There's no words. Hey, you all spoke. You said you wanted my wife to make a treat for me during my reaction to the SAG Awards. So what would you all like her to make? She's going to make it and come down here randomly while I'm recording that video on Sunday. Listen, thank you all so much for supporting these awards videos. It means the world to me. Like, subscribe, comment. I think that's the most important thing here. I want to hear your thoughts. Where am I right now? Am I saying crazy things? Do I make sense? Probably not, to be honest with you. And then next week, we're getting into Oscar madness. We're ranking performances. I mean, there's so much to talk about. I can't wait. I'll see you soon.